Hey, how you guys doing out there? What am I doing? I'm cooking some apple cider stew for my library patrons and friends. Yeah. So what we have here is it's actually a meal my mother actually taught me how to make way back in the day. It's pretty delicious. I think you'll enjoy it. What we got here is what we're doing here is we're cooking stew that is actually marinating inside of apple cider. It's really delicious. It gives the meat a really good flavor. Tenderizes really great. We actually have more beef chunks here actually soaking inside of the cider, which is really great in itself. I have a lot of the ingredients already in for time purposes, but you'll get the gist of it because I'm going to explain how to make it. Just let me go ahead and finish throwing these inside of here. All right. Finish throwing these apples in. And that's it. Cool. Throw these apples in. You always want to keep sanitary while you're cooking too. Keep some sanitary. If you don't want to keep running to the sink and washing your hands, just go ahead and use some sanitary wipes like I do. I like to get the eco-friendly ones. Do a little something for the planet besides eating all its natural goodness like these apples. All right. Now, when you're making this apple cider stew, you want to start. What I like to do is start with a base of beef. So there's already a base of beef down underneath. You're gonna need some celery, plenty of carrots, potatoes. I like to use the golden potatoes because they cut easy. They're really firm. Add a nice flavor. They cook a little faster too, so you won't be sitting around the crock pot all day. I say crock pot because these are definitely crock pot recipes, something I specialize in, and it's delicious. And all its delicious goodness. Look at that. It looks beautiful too. It's a beautiful array. So let's set our ingredients up. So some of our key ingredients, of course, like I said, are carrots, celery, potato, apple, onion. This is a very, very good onion right here. It's a red onion. What it's going to do is add a little color and a little texture to it, which is really great. Really, really great. Some people like them diced. Some people like them whole. What we're going to do is we're going to do half circles on ours. We'll dice it. Now here's a cool way. What you're going to do is start from the top. Slice to about almost 3/4 of the way down. Right here. We call these do-it-all knives. They have the grooves. They're very, very, very sharp, and they're really nice. It's a really good kitchen knife because you don't have to keep switching out knives. And it's all about time and proficiency. Oh, look at that beautiful onion. Look how pretty that is. That's a nice onion. Yeah, I'm gonna have some good oniony fun with that. Oh, my apple's getting away. All right. Get a good cut. What I'm doing is cutting 3/4 of the way down for those just joining me on this onion. And you're probably wondering, like, why is he doing that? So what it does is it creates a bloom effect. When you go to a restaurant, you see the onion and it's in a bloom. That's really awesome. So it creates a bloom effect. You see that it's blooming? It's blooming. It's blooming. What is in it is blooming. And then what you do, and we're going to cut this too. Just for added bloom. Alright, so it's blooming. Now what you're going to do is you cut it that way already. So now all we got to do is simply cut in the opposite direction, and it's already sliced for us. So we're just going to go down this way. It's already cut 3/4 of the way down. I'm just going to cut it this way, full slices. And look how that onion just falls right apart. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's more than I can ask for. I feel good about this. You feel good about this? You can almost smell it through the video, can't you? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, let me stop marveling at this onion and actually cut it, so we can get to my favorite part, which is eating. If you can't tell by my hefty stature, I like to eat. Okay. All right. All right. Depending on your taste buds, you can actually fill the entire thing up with onion. Today we're not going to use this entire onion because this is a really big onion. We're not going to use the whole thing. We're going to set that to the side. You can use it on numerous things. Onions are great. Everybody knows that. Onions are great from everything from home remedies to slicing them up and putting them on your hot dog. So that onion's in the refrigerator for later. I won't be hungry. All right. See, we got a large chunk of onion here. I'm going to finally chop a few slices that didn't get fully minced down. All right. We're going to move our onion actually up to the side over here. We're going to move our onion over here. The reason why I actually predated my cooking is because some vegetables actually cook faster than others. As you know, potatoes are more firm. They take a little bit of time. Onions, on the other hand, they cook pretty fast. So we should be okay with that. The next thing we're going to cut up here, we're going to cut our apple, which provides a lot of the flavor. It's not actually the cider. What you're going to taste is you're going to taste a lot of this apple. It's an old-fashioned apple. Some people like to switch it up and instead of cider, use apple juice and a Granny Smith apple. But we're going to use this right here. Vegetables are all going to the same place, so it doesn't matter if you get a little bit on your knife. Don't be scared. It's just a little onion. Some people like their apples diced, but it doesn't matter how you cut it because the flavor is coming the same. But you do want it in some nice even pieces. So make sure what you do is even. All right? Okay. Oh, God, look at that. That's nice. Now, when you're picking out your apples at the store, you want to test your apple not for the outside because it may look beautiful all around, but you get a nice firm grip on it and see if it's firm. Because if you have a dense spot in your apple, well, then you're probably going to have a dense spot in your flavoring and a dense spot in your stomach when you get a virus. All right. Keep a garbage can handy. Now, this is what we call an apple spear. I'm just gonna finally just dice that in. Oh yeah, look at that. It's cutting really evenly. Oh yeah, that's great. All right. Now the larger ones, the apple halves, you can actually cut them the same way. It adds a little bit of length. Cut them thin, cut them thick to your liking. I'm gonna cut them how I know, a nice medium. Because you got to remember, when you're cooking, people go, why does it matter how I cut it while I'm cooking? And the reason it matters is because at the end, when you're actually eating this, that's what's going in your mouth. That's the texture. That's the size, the spoonful size. You got to think about your serving size. You got to think about what's comfortable to eat. People like the idea of maybe a quadruple cheeseburger. It's got 4 meats and cheese, and it's really big, but it's really uncomfortable to eat something like that because it's so big. You don't want things like that. You want nice little portions. It's an apple half. Really simple to cut, same way. Now if you have time on your hands, the technique I showed you with the onion, you can also use on an apple. But you're going to have to pit the apple first, which means you're going to have to take the center of the apple out. So hence why it's called the pit, because a pit is usually in the center. You would take that out, and you would cut it 3/4 of the way down. And then you would cut it in the opposite direction, and it would cut very evenly, just like the onion did. Works the same way with most vegetables. It's an excellent trick of the trade. And set our apple to the side too. Now you see that we got nice. Oh, look at the beauty of that. Look at the contrasting colors. You got your beautiful red onion. You got nice apple slices. Look at that apple slice. That is a perfect apple slice. I'm gonna go ahead and put our onions and apples. Our board was getting a little crowded. Please excuse me for that, because you definitely don't want overcrowding on your surface or your board. Falls nice and evenly in there. I'm gonna take a knife. And I'm actually gonna move this around a little bit. You're probably wondering, why is he using a knife and not a turner or of some sort? Well, I'm going to tell you why. One, I don't have one. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually do have one. But I want some of this stuff that didn't get as finely chopped when I originally chopped it. I want that to get a little bit, get minced, get cut up a little bit. Smooth that around. It smells delicious already. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know that beef is down there just really cooking good. Oh yeah. Those apples. Look at that. It's colorful, isn't it? It's kind of like a little coloring book. All right. That's in there. All right. It's getting full in there. That's how you know you're almost done. It's getting full. This is a real crowd pleaser too. And your girlfriend, cook it for your girlfriend, guys. Just think you know how to cook, you win them over. Girls, cook it for your man. He'll stop cheating. No, I'm just joking. He's not cheating. He's not. He's at home or he's watching this on TV right now. We're gonna do another important step. We're gonna go. Let me go ahead and sanitize my hand, like I told you. Trusty dusty sanitizer. Keep it near. Keep it by you. Always sanitize your hands. Always. Especially when you ever notice at the grocery store they bag meat separately from other products. You always want to keep meat separate. They carry more bacteria, more germs. They do. So before you're gonna touch them, we're gonna go ahead, strip our hands off. Even though I already sanitized, when you're using wipes, you always want to rinse them off, just in case you get any cleaning agents or scents on your hand, because they may be scented. And that's why we do that. Dry your hands off. You are good to go. All right. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to add some more beef to it. We already have a layer of beef on the bottom. We're going to add more beef. All right, we're going to drop this in. Look at those perfect cubes. Look at those. I did not cut these myself either. You can go to your grocer, your local store, and they'll come pre-cut. They're beautiful. Oh, man. Oh, man. I think I'm going to eat your bowl. I'm going to make you a bowl, and I'm going to take it. So eat it quick. All right. Let's get that in there. Look at that. You like that, don't you? Yeah. I love it. All right. Now let's get a good turn. You never want your beef product just on top. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want it in the juice. The juice is actually what's cooking it. The heat from the juice. Let's get in there. Let's get some good turns in there. If you get a little overcrowding in your pot, that's okay. It's okay. Some things may fall to the side. It's all right. We put a lot in there for you. I do spoil you guys. These tasty treats. All right. Now, for the most part, our beef is down in there. Get our beef down in there. We might have to add just a teensy bit more juice before our last step. Got our apples in there. Got everything in there. I'm gonna go send my sous chef to go get me some vinegar that I need. Because you're also gonna need some vinegar. Now you can use cider vinegar, but it's preferably what you want to use. But you can also use balsamic vinegar, which is what I'm gonna use. It's really tasty. It's gonna be really, really good. You're gonna want to turn it. You're gonna want to turn it a lot. Get all the flavors combined. Get everything in there. Now let's go to this rosemary. It smells really delicious. I wish I could just eat it. Just eat the rosemary. All right, we got some red wine vinegar here. We're gonna use that. Here we go. Now this is rosemary. You can use thyme. You want to use thyme, but rosemary suits it just as well. Here we go right here. Just make sure you don't get any of the large stem in the middle. Don't get any large stem in it. Some nice cuts. Some nice cuts. There we go. Like I said, an all-in-one knife is great. Cuts through everything. No serrated edges, so you don't get those jagged cuts in your food. Because that's unattractive. It really is. So restaurants, if you're watching this and stealing my recipe, no more serrated knives. All right. I don't want to see jagged cuts in my steak or vegetable product. All right. All right. All right. Let's cut this time up. This is gonna be so delicious. So delicious, guys. So I'm gonna do it really quick. He's gonna debranch them, take them off its branch, because this is actually a plant. Taking it off. Oh, it smells great. Put a lot of time in it. This is gonna have an aroma so fierce that it's wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's delicious. Oh man. Get that all up on your knife. Scoot it right in. Sprinkle that over the top. We're gonna stir that in later. But what that really does is give it a nice essence. It gives it an aroma, an essence, something new. It smells so good. What a perfect fitting name, rosemary. That's amazing. All right. We're gonna add a little bit of the vinegar if the bottle wants to cooperate. All right. All right. My top's a turvy. Just a little bit. You're gonna use a measure. I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna do it like how I did it. That's life. It's life. I'm more experienced. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's put the rest of this in here. Bam. All right. We're gonna add a little bit more juice, and that is a wrap. And I will see you at presentation time. Hey, we're back. It's Josh. I had a wardrobe change, and hey, the food's done. So let's check that out. Oh, look at that. Oh, it smells great. What we have here again, for those just joining us, we have apple cider stew. It's chock full of just greatness. And by greatness, I actually mean apples, potatoes, carrots, celery. We got some rosemary in there. Beautiful beef cubes, just beautiful. Look at the texture of that. Look at the color. It's beautiful. Smells great. We're actually at my favorite portion of the show, and hopefully yours, which is the serving section. I have some applicants who want to try this. Hopefully they don't die in the process. There's a beautiful scoop right there. See how I'm putting in a bowl. Now the first one, you want to have two serving types. Right here we have two types of ladles. One has holes in it, so you don't catch all of the juice in it. You don't want your bowl overfilled with juice. It's a stew, not a soup. There we go. Let's get some more in there. All right. Now we're gonna take our ladle. Get a little of that nice broth that's been sitting there cooking all night. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's good. I need a hungry viewer. I got my buddy over here, Adonis Hicks. Hey, Adonis. Come over here. Yeah, I got you a fork too, buddy. Say hi to the people.
How's it going?
Hey, that's a knife. That's not a fork at all. Hey, guys. Oh, man. Don't kill yourself on a plastic knife either. Enjoy this. Tell me how you taste. Let's get a nice scoop. Let's get a nice poke. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see that? See that genuine satisfaction? That's genuine. Hey, Ava. We also have a girl. Hey, Ava. Come here. Try some of this. Let's get you some nice meaty chunks in there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, that's delicious. I'm sold. All right, let's get her some. Oh, get a little broth in there. Everybody likes broth. There we go. There you go. That's enough broth. I don't want to over broth her to death, you know. There you go. Here's your bowl.
Thank you.
Let's get a nice little fork. How's that treating you over there, though?
Great.
It's great. Now, that was apple cider stew, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh, your favorite chef, and I'm gonna go ahead and eat this whole pot now. And this is my spoon, so see you later.
This has been a Tech Addicts production.